Hello, we shall see a poem. The name of the poem is From a Railway Carriage. This poem is written by Robert Louis Stevenson and this is by Sridevi, Kandri Block, Vellore district. First line in the poem is faster than fairies, faster than witches. So you would have been seeing these two characters in the cartoons, especially fairies and witches. Both has the magical powers, but these fairies use it in a good manner, these witches use it for evil things. So there is a difference between these two. So in this poem he says about the traveling experience in the railway carriage. From the railway carriage he sees through the windows and he is expressing his expressions. He is expressing his view, what all he saw through the window from the carriage, and he used to explain it for us. So faster than fairies, faster than witches. So he says that the train is rushing very faster than the fairies and the witches. When he is traveling and when he is seeing through the window, he sees all these things: bridges, houses, hedges and ditches. So bridges is, we know, which is used to cross across the river or cross across the another road, everything that we say bridges. And houses, when we travel and see through the window, we see a lot of houses, a varieties of houses, colorful houses. Hedges, the word hedges here is the natural fence, that is a fence created using the bushes or using the plants, that we say hedges. Ditches is the flow of water, the passage for the flow of water, either it is dirt water or clear water, whatever it is, but it is a passage for the flow of water. So we would have been seeing all these when we travel along the railways. And charging along like troops in the battle. Here the poem compares the movement of the train with the movement of the troops in the battle. So when the troops rush forward, when they charge, there will be a lot of noise and there will be a lot of smoke. Likewise, when the train starts to move, when it starts to rush, it makes a noise and also it gives a lot of smoke. But nowadays there is no smoke in our trains because it is electrical train, but in those days there was steam engines, so there was a lot of smokes. So how the battlefield will be with noise and smoke, the train movements is also with noise and smokes. The next line is all through the meadows the horses and cattle. So next the scene which he sees through his windows is the meadows. Meadows is the place where there will be only the grass, not much trees will be there, only the grass field, grassland is called meadows. Whenever you see a meadows, there will be some cattle, horses, sheep, everything there, but here the poet says only about the horses and the cattle. So it will be grazing there in that grassland. Grassland is called meadows. The next scene he sees is the sight of the hill and the plain. All of the sights of the hill and the plain. Plain is a flat surface where the agriculture work will be going on, and besides it there will be some elevated portion. From the plain there will be somewhat elevated portion which is not very big like mountain, that we say it is a hill. So the poet sees through the windows the sights of the hill and the plain. Fly as thick as driving rain. So when you are driving, the rain will fly just like that on the windows, on the glasses of our vehicle. Likewise, the train is flying as anything as the rain flies through our driving cars and vehicles. The fastest compared with the train, rain. And ever again in the wink of the eye. Here wink of the eye is moving a single eye, that we say wink of an eye, just giving a signal to somebody for doing something, that we say wink of an wink. and ever again in the wink of an eye. So that signals which we see through the windows, the meadows grazing there, the hills and plains, everything is gone. There will be no repetition of those sights. So everything goes in a wink of an eye. And as we move forward for some distance, often we will see a painted stations whistle by. So often in few kilometers apart we used to see a painted station. When the whistle blows, we are going to reach a station. It is a signal for us. So painted station here means every station along the railway tracks, the station all along the railway tracks will be in the same colored pattern. So only they say painted stations whistle by. Next, here is a child who clambers and scrambles. So he crosses the railway station, and after crossing the railway station he sees a child who is clambering and scramble. Clambers and scrambles is more or less the same meaning, moving in a tough manner using the hands and the legs. So the child is moving in a tough manner using the hands and legs. We say clambers and scrambles. All by himself and gathering brambles. So next, first he sees a child after the station, and next he sees a man or woman. Here himself is man. So he sees a man gathering a brambles. Here brambles means blackberries. Gathering means get all, bringing together. From all the plants he used to bring together and put it in a basket. So that is called gathering. Brambles means blackberries. So he is plucking and gathering the brambles all alone. All by himself means all alone he is doing the work. Next scene he sees is, here is a tramp who stands and gazes. Tramp is a person, most probably the beggar or the wanderer who never stays in a place. He wanders here and there without any idea, and also we can say it as beggar. And here is a tramp who stands and gazes. Gazes is looking. Gaze means looking. He used to stand and gaze to the train or something else. From the train the poet sees such a scene where a tramp will be standing and gazing something. The next line here is, and there's a green for stringing the daisies. Daisies is the flower which is white and yellow in color. Here the word stringing is tying together. The flowers will be kept and tied together to form a garland or to form a long stretched flower. So he sees that scene in the daisy garden. Some people would be stringing the daisies, and there is a green for stringing the daisies. Next scene he sees is, here is cart run away in the road. So when he crosses the road he sees a cart which is running away in the road. A man will be riding the cart. Lumping along with man and load. So cart is coming along the road, no? In that there will be overload on it. In the cart there will be overload, and the animal will be lumping. Lumping means pulling in a very hard manner because of the overload. That we say lumping. Moving very hardly. So that we say lumping along with man and load. The man is also on the cart, the load is also on the cart. So the animal is lumping along, moving in a tougher manner is called lumping. And here is a mill and there is a river. So somewhere there is a mill and somewhere there is a river, or besides the river and besides the both will be there. So next scene he sees after the cart on in the road, the next he sees the mill and the river. The next line is, each a glimpse and gone forever. All the scene he saw, no, starting from the houses, hedges, bridges, then the cart pulling the heavy vehicle, the child grumbling and scrambling, the man gathering the gooseberries, blackberries, all the scenes of the plain, the hills, the meadows, the cattle, all the scene which he is seeing, no, everything is gone forever. We can't the scenes will not be repeated again. Once you see a scene while traveling, it is gone. It can't be repeated again, and each a glimpse, everything will be gone within a second. So glimpse, moving fast, or just non-clear picture, the picture it is not clear at all, it is just like a glimpse, is not the image which will be not clear. So these unclear images will not be seen ever. So each a glimpse and gone for ever. So such a nice poem. Not only the travel has experienced these things, even we all experience the same thing when we travel along. Not only in train but also in cars, the buses, the two-wheelers, everywhere. Whenever we travel, we used to experience all this, and more than these we used to experience. Such a nice poem. Travel is about the gorgeous feelings of teetering in the unknown. So we used to discovering the unknown things, and which is very gorgeous while we travel. So have a happy traveling along with this, and thanks for traveling with me along in the poem. Be with you forever. Bye. Thank you.